of this championship, and well, have we got a surprise grid in store for you. I say surprise, well, it's entirely a new grid. Realistically, there's maybe 5 or 6 drivers who've raced here before, but we have got a maiden pole position then for Eduard Halper, and I want to say a massive shout out to Rene de Boer, who actually informed me there's an accent at the end of his name, so there is a at the end, so I apologize if I've been getting it wrong and offended anybody, but yes, on my timing screen there is no accent there, so now I know, it's all good. And well, joining him on the front row, podium sitter in week 1, Colin Karasani, which is an incredible performance, a graduate from the BMW M2 Cup last season into the DTM Trophy. Jacob Riegel for Speed Monkeys, the German, in the number 63 in the Aston Martin. He starts in 3rd position. But apparently, the Aston Martins are lacking a little bit of straight line speed here. So the BMWs behind are all looking to try and get ahead of the Astons as quickly as possible. And really, the Astons need turn 1 to save them. And the technical first sector. There's Theo Uverhaus, as I've mentioned many a time, the youngest ever driver to win a DTM Trophy race last season at Hockenheim, 16 years old. And he starts there in 4th position, and a genuine opportunity with the experience he has to go out there and win. Moritz Lohner, P5. Last season came from esports and started the season incredibly well with a podium at Monza, and then really didn't recapture that form at all during the season, and it was more of a learning season. This season started the ground, or hit the ground running, and absolutely is in that top 5 and has that season experience to back him up. Maybe expect Moritz Lohner to be driving through the field here, potentially towards the podium, maybe even a race win. I'm seeing a couple of people in the chat on YouTube supporting Nick Hanker. He starts in P6 here for the Speed Monkeys team, the number 99. Nick Hanker currently 4th in the points table with 20 points as well. So a big result here could start to close the gap on that championship leader, Tim Heinemann, who starts P14. So Tim Heinemann, who's won the first 2 races, is down in P14, which is, well, yeah, very unusual. And there are still people in this championship, driver-wise, who feel like he is absolutely sandbagging, trying to get a better BOP, trying to have a better performance in tomorrow's race, which I find mind-blowing. I'm not sure that's quite the case. And there's the boss, former DTM champion Martin Tomczyk. Got Dean Struvers, who's ready. He's ready for this, of course. If you're on YouTube right now, you should absolutely let me know where you're watching from, who you're supporting. To anyone watching around the world, especially Sunny Blanford, hopefully you enjoy the show here. Should be a really good race. The first of 2 as well. And here is your official grid then. So Eduard Halper for BWT Mucker Motorsport. The Frenchman will start on pole position. His 3rd ever race in the DTM Trophy, the first time he will start pole position. Colin Karasani, the Dutchman for Project 1, will start 2nd. Then there's Jacob Riegel for Speed Monkeys and Theo Uverhaus for Vulcanhorse Motorsport on the 2nd row. Moritz Lohner and Nick Hanker start there on the 3rd row. FK Performance Motorsport and Speed Monkeys being represented. Then we've got Thiago Vivacqua, who genuinely feels like he's got a shot here from 7th position in a Hyder Motorsport car, and Lewis Henkevend in 8th position for Project 1. We've then got Almeida in the BWT Mucker Motorsport Pink AMG as well, and then we've got JP Southern for Eastside Motorsport in P10, the gold and black Audi. Then we've got Ricky Capo, who qualified P8 but does have a 3-place grid penalty due to the incident he had with Moritz Lohner out at the Lausitz ring for the Kuss Team Bernard. They were so close to getting a podium in the DTM race merely half an hour ago, but maybe with a potential big opportunity to get one here in the trophy. There is Thiago Vivacqua. Pitamba then and Papadopoulos will start behind Capo. We've then got Tim Heinemann, championship leader, winner of season 1 of this championship, winning 5 races in that season. Then we've got Jordan Wallace, Folev, Sophie Hoffman, and Mark De Fulgencio, who did not get a lap time in the FK Performance Motorsport car during qualifying, so we'll start from the back. And the FK Performance Motorsport team have actually had a bit of coaching this week from none other than Ben Green, last season's champion. Ben's been here giving a bit of coaching. He's actually been racing in the ADAC GT Masters this season, and it's just great to see him around. Had a nice chat with him earlier on. Seems very much a refreshed, happy character around the camp and just enjoying the weekend where he's not so stressed about racing. And you could definitely tell that. So really nice to have him along. And who better to be coaching some DTM Trophy drivers than a champion? There's Moritz Lohner, looks focused, really focused there. I need someone to be in the commentary box doing that to me, because it is warm. I would love that. That'd be great. Have to find out how much that costs. But there's Theo Uverhaus. Now we've just got a few minutes to go here. And this is the final row at the grid there. Sophie Hoffman in the number 48. Then the number 12 of Marc de Fulgencio, the Spaniard. Of course, raced in our first season. He was in the junior category back then, racing in an AMG actually, now in the BMW. Jacob Riegel for the Speed Monkeys team, who I will give a shout out to actually. Speed Monkeys, your social media game has been top notch this weekend so far. Keep it up. If you're not following Speed Monkeys on Instagram, just search Speed Monkeys, you'll find them. Always updating the stories as well, giving you a bit of information on the drivers. Easy to follow the drivers. Kai Linda, thank you, welcome. To anyone watching around the world on television, if you would like to tweet me or indeed send an Instagram message with any questions, it is at Trollvision. So at Trollvision on Instagram and indeed Twitter. And if you want to use the hashtag #FeelTheRaw or hashtag WeLoveDTM, I'll be searching via that as well. So yeah, get your tweets in at Trollvision. To anyone watching on YouTube, just get yourselves involved in the chat. It's very, very simple. Three minutes to go then. One full formation lap, then a 30-minute timed race, plus one lap. So I'm sure we will get the championship standings on our screen very shortly, but I will just mention them now. Tim Heinemann is the championship leader for Toyota Gazoo Racing Germany, powered by Ring Racing. Yes, the longest team name in the world of motorsport ever. They are in the lead, 57 points so far this season. Thiago Vivacqua is on 34 points, so 23 points off the lead. The gap is 23, so Tim Heinemann will more than likely, if he scores points in this race, still lead the championship, but he's in P14. So we may not see a new championship leader, but I believe we are going to see a maiden victory. Unless Theo Uverhaus can get across that line, it will be a new race winner in the DTM Trophy. The only other driver that can indeed stop that from happening is Tim Heinemann. So Tim Heinemann and Theo Uverhaus are the only two that could stop that happening here. So it's very, very likely indeed. Whoever's got the job on the top of that crane there as a cameraman, you deserve a raise, because it's hot and that's high. And there is the Supra. Is that a Supra? Yes, it is. There you go. I've answered the question already, ladies and gentlemen. I've answered your question. Just had a tweet in from Rob Knowles. It's actually his birthday today. Happy birthday. I'm sure you're having a couple of beers, enjoying the racing action from your garden. Shout out to Jude, Fred and Katie as well. So just a minute to go now. Then they'll take on the formation lap. Tyre wear. Most drivers were really, well, not worried, I would say. Anyone who wasn't a BMW driver was telling me that the BMWs are going to suffer with tyre wear. Every single BMW driver are like, yeah, no, we're good. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's going to be cool. We feel like we've got the pace. Moritz Lohner specifically said he did a race run in practice yesterday on really old tyres that he'd used at the Lausis ring, and he felt really, really good. Be aware, the Aston Martins might be sitting ducks early. If they could get into turn number one ahead of a load of those BMWs, then they can really utilise Sector 1 and Sector 2. So yeah, the first lap here is going to be massive. And restarts as well. If we have any restarts in this race, expect the BMWs to be able to fly. Karasani versus Halper at the start of this race is going to be fireworks. Two very young drivers, two drivers trying to indeed make their way here in the European scene, in the DTM Trophy. And oh boy, I am all for it. I am super, super excited for this. This is going to be great. So here's the formation lap. So again, if you are new to the DTM Trophy, this is your first time ever watching, they have a 30-minute timed race. This lap here is a formation lap. The pace car will then pull away. They will be 2x2 in their qualifying formation, and then they have to wait for the green lights by the start-finish line before they can go. So it's not like a restart. It is a case of they have to wait for the green lights to go. Lap record, first time I've ever been here. Eduard Halper with a 51.057 in qualifying today. Air temperature, 32.8. Track temperature, 51. I didn't think it was going to go above 45 today, but it's 51 degrees. So, yeah, tyre wear is going to be a factor. Not as hot as yesterday. It is hot, but it's not as hot as yesterday. So that's only going to help the drivers in terms of their concentration throughout the race all the way to the end. Victor Figueiredo supporting Rodrigo Almeida. Almeida's got lots of fans, loads of fans. The first lap is always crucial, Dean, absolutely. Could not agree more. Let me know where you're watching from around the world then, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know who you're here supporting. Get those flags in the YouTube chat. I want to see the flags. Again, if you're watching on television at home, we are live on YouTube in some countries. We're on television elsewhere. There are ways that you can contact and get involved with a question, with an opinion. We're absolutely all on board with that. We're heading then down towards Ravazza for the final time before we start this race. They'll all start lining up 2x2. Remember, Ricky Capo, P11 on the grid. He had a 3-place grid penalty. So he's the only driver with a penalty on the grid. He would have been starting P8. Had very minimal time because of issues yesterday. Only has done 9 laps, I think, this weekend. And qualified P8. So, for sure, out of position. Watching him try and come through the pack. But it's all about those front cars. Halper versus Karasani. Halper qualified really well at the Lausitz ring, but at the start of the race, did not do overly too well. Maybe the nerves got to him. But he's got a chance of redemption here from pole position. Already secured 3 points as the Frenchman for his championship by being on pole position. The pace car pulls away. It's a 30-minute time race here. It is race number 3 of the DTM Trophy 2022. And we are about to go green light racing. Watch those red lights go. And we are green light racing here already, 3-4 abreast as we head then down in towards turn number 1. And they said the straight line speed was slow with the Aston Martin, but I tell you what, Regal may be looking for a play here at P2. Bit of contact there in the mid-pack. Moritz Lohner in that red BMW is going to gain a position as we got cars off the circuit. Theo Uverhaus from P4 off the circuit. Regal in the Aston Martin is dropping right down the order here. So there was contact for sure on the exit of turn number 1. It is Halper that still leads here then. And ultimately, no, he doesn't. He's P3, so he's dropped right down. So up into the lead of this race is Karasani. It's Thiago Vivacqua has unfortunately got a big issue here. That's the front right. The front right's completely blown out there. So we've got an Aston Martin already off the circuit, which is Nick Hanker. So it's not, yeah, it was not even Regal. It's Nick Hanker then off the circuit. And unfortunately, Thiago Vivacqua as well. We've not got any red flags here or safety cars, and actually, Halper under a lot of pressure. He's now down to P5. So Theo Uverhaus has actually made it back up to P4, dropped a couple of positions, used a bit of grass, and he is absolutely golden. Regal is up to P2. So a really good start there from him, and the BWT cars are just falling backwards here, although it looks like Almeida's up to P6, so he's gained 4 spots here. Really good start for him. But it's a phenomenal start then for Karasani. BMW Power is in the lead. And the Aston Martin then of Jacob Regal in 2nd spot. Moritz Lohner up then into P3 from P5 as we've now got a safety car on the track then. That will indeed be getting Vivacqua off the circuit as there is a major part of a car. I'm pretty sure it might be the Audi, or it could well be an Aston Martin. And that is not ideal in the slightest there, just on the exit of turn number 2. And well, there's the proof that 4 cars into one just does not go. And Vivacqua, second in the championship. This is an absolute nightmare start for Imola. As you can see here, Halper gets straight across that Aston Martin. And Aston Martin, it just wasn't expected to be that quick in a straight line. But here we are, the BMWs and Force, of course, trying to both go around the outside here. Karasani covering off Theo Uverhaus. Uverhaus then gets a little nudge nearly there. No, it wasn't. Well, it was. Yes, he got a nudge from, initially it looked like Henkerfend, but it was not Henkerfend. It actually was Hanker. So Hanker was really the cause of the major contact there. It's JP Southern then in that Audi, so that's where the piece of car was from. It was unfortunately a bit of an innocent bystander there, and yeah, he's hit the other Audi of Thiago Vivacqua. Kind of didn't have anywhere to go. Everyone was parking on the apex, and he was just kind of stuck there. But yeah, I think Nick Hanker has caused a little bit of contact there with Uverhaus, and there's been a little bit of a domino effect. Again, I'm sure we'll see that from another angle. But Halper, once again, qualifies really well, this time on pole position. And ultimately, and he even gave a nudge to Karasani. Karasani, take a bow. Not only is he held on to that, he takes the lead of the race. That's an incredible bit of driving. Karasani there, that quite easily could have been him in a wall, but it wasn't. Held onto it beautifully well and still held on to the lead. Colin Karasani, take a bow. That was brilliant stuff there. So there is Vivacqua. He will be absolutely furious. Oh dear, that's not good either. So Nick Hanker is into the pits. I think it was a case of he wanted to get out the car and he wanted to be done, but they're actually, I think, just going to put a new wheel on. And this is a tough one here because by rights they could put the fresh set that they would use tomorrow, but I would imagine they're going to use an old one from yesterday. It's a safety car, or a medical car here, just making sure that everything is okay. Hopefully so. So it was a bit of a nudge from behind. And again, we just, yeah, the main thing is we just hope that the drivers are all safe. But another scrappy start here for the DTM Trophy. And the driver has taken full advantage of it. And I say full advantage, Karasani, how he's still in the lead of this race, or how he got to the lead. That was super, super impressive. I really hope we get to see that again. Because he got nudged and still held the car. And these cars, once you lose all sense of the weight in the car, it's so difficult to save in that situation when the rear wants to become the front and the front wants to become the rear. But that was a huge move, and right now, I think Hanker's trying to stay on the lead lap here. He's not a lap down, and I'm not sure he's going to get it. No, he isn't. So just looking at the commentary box here, he is going to end up going a lap down. And he's decided to just stop the car here on the exit of the pits. I think it's a case of, if we beat them out, we go on to the lead. That might be good. Although he is, yeah, actually, no, he's just waiting for everyone to go by. He's good. So he is going to be a lap down, though, which is a huge shame. And Tim Heinemann is probably the biggest winner out of that. P14 on the grid. He's now P10. Smiles all round in the crowd. They'll be smiling even more so when the racing action does return again. But for the second round in a row, it's pretty scrappy. This is like season 1 of the DTM Trophy, whereas last season it was almost impeccable. But this season started off very raw, I think is the word we're going to use. Raw. So the medical car, done all the checks. I say, glad that Thiago's all good. So Vivacqua is out of this race now for the Hyder Motorsport team, and considering he's in P2 in the championship, he still had a lot of misfortune. The restarts did not go in his favour last time out, and probably should be not higher in the championship, should still be second, but a lot closer to Tim Heinemann's score. But he's going to lose, I believe, P2 in the championship today, and really does need a huge result tomorrow. I think the only solace he can take from the situation is that Heinemann is only P10. When you can see yourself on the big screen, you're absolutely giving it a wave. Great to see the whole gang there, the whole family waving. So safety car still on track. Just got to get rid of the gravel here. I would imagine we've got one more lap to indeed go through here, and then we are good to go. Sometimes we get the race extended because of a safety car. I'm not sure we've done enough safety car laps here to warrant that, but we will be told by the race director. So yeah, nothing to worry about here. So as it stands then, Karasani is indeed the leader of this race. And we've got Jacob Riegel in second. In third spot then is Moritz Lohner. Theo Uverhaus is in fourth. We've then got Eduard Halper in fifth position, from pole position as well. Almeida has kind of done the opposite. He's gone from 10th up into sixth position. I guess ninth officially, up into sixth. So the BWT drivers have kind of met each other, but the opposite way around as well. That is commitment. I'm telling you right now, that is unbelievable commitment. It feels like we're all living on the sun here at Imola. And, well, he's running down the track like he's Usain Bolt. Massive props to him. Great respect. Ricky Capo and Henkefend. Well, Henkefend's dropped back, actually. He's P7. Ricky Capo up to P8 where he qualified, but, of course, he had that penalty. He feels like he's got a fast car. So, yeah, could be massive potential for him. Fulgencio, P9. Wow, no, he's the biggest winner. He's P18. So he started in 18th position, and now he's in P9. Tim Heinemann, P10. Jordan Wallace then in 11th. Sophie Hoffman, so close. So close to scoring her first ever points in the DTM Trophy at the Lausitz Ring. And, well, only 2 positions off of that right now. So big opportunity for Sophie Hoffman. And I know she was like super pleased with her performance, but she was also really annoyed that she didn't get the point. So big opportunity today. Got to take full advantage of what has gone down. Shout out to Big Engine as well, watching at home. Alexander Ullman, Employee of the Month. Absolutely, 100%. Absolutely there. So through Aqua Minerale we come. Safety car, of course, is coming in this lap. You can see that on your screens. Ooh, it's a good wave in there. What mark are we giving that out of 10? 6 out of 10? Pretty good wrist action. Extending the flag nicely. Obvious what the flag colour is. Yeah, we'll give that a 6 out of 10. Great work. So here we go. Lights are out on the safety car. They line up 2 by 2 once again. And, well, Jacob Riegel last time out showed some serious pace. Now starts on the opposite side of the track. We know how quick Moritz Lohner can be, and then you've got Theo Uverhaus there. There are fireworks all over the show right now. Those 2 AMGs, the bright pink Panthers, they went backwards last time at the start. Almeida then sort of recouped for the half a lap that we were racing. But right now, they might be in a little bit of trouble here. Look at Tim Heinemann in the background in that Toyota. So once again, we are waiting to go green light racing. Karasani on the right-hand side of your screen is our race leader in the BMW. Then you've got the Aston Martin in the number 63 to the left-hand side of your screen for Speed Monkeys. Well, it is all about getting to turn number 1 in the lead. Waiting for the green lights to appear here. Second race start. Will it be the last one? We hope so. As we are now, green light racing. Is a fantastic start from Karasani, straight across the bonnet then of the Aston Martin. No chance of Jacob Riegel trying to force a move here, but I tell you what, Moritz Lohner is very close here indeed. Can he force a move? He cannot. Karasani has done such great hard work there. He's been able to open up turn number 1 perfectly. Theo Uverhaus and Eduard Halper are having a right little ding-dong there. Henkefend in the BMW that's got the red, green and white on the front of it, also trying to get involved here as well. And well, it's a lot more successful than our first start here at Imola. Looks like Jacob Riegel's run a little bit wide there. He's going to be skew-F here coming down towards Tosa. And he might be under a lot of pressure from Moritz Lohner. Moritz Lohner is absolutely going for it here. And that gives Theo Uverhaus in the white BMW the chance to go round the outside. So the battle between the Volkenhorst and FK Performance Motorsport teams, both in the BMW, battling for what would be a podium position. But they've got to be careful because they've got right behind them Eduard Halper, who we know will get quicker as this race goes on. His first lap has been really what's let him down over the course of the first 3 races of the season. So expect him to become strong. One driver who is absolutely checking out here already is indeed Karasani. Let's check out where Tim Heinemann is, of course, championship leader, down in P10. Papadopoulos has moved up the order. Folev dropping down like a stone here. So Steri and Folev having some issues for sure. We've got then, Henkefend P6, Almeida P7, Ricky Capo holding on to P8. Is he close to the back of Almeida? Yes, he is. So there's a group of 3 cars. The front 5 have kind of got away. Then there's another 3 as we head then down in towards Ravazza. Oh, Theo Uverhaus is kind of be forced into making an overtake here. So he was going really defensive then on the number 18 on Cal Halper, and then realised, uh-oh, running out of road here. Nearly made a move on Moritz Lohner. Luckily, there was no contact. You saw that he was definitely going too fast for the corner because he slid that rear out. It looks cool. It's not very fast, unfortunately. And also, with how hot it is here, the tyres will not be saying thank you very much there, Theo. I can assure you of that. Down towards turn 1 we come once again then. We're on lap number 6. And wow, we've just finally completed a full lap of racing. Bravo, trophy drivers, well done. It's great to see. As we head then down in towards 3, 4, into the chicane, down towards Tozer, the hairpin, another overtaken opportunity. Jacob Riegel there flashing the lights just to let the leader of the race know that he's still there, just saying hello. And wow, under a lot of pressure here, then, well, Capo's making a move on Almeida. So Almeida gets all out of shape there through the first 3 corners, and the Porsche makes the move up the order as Almeida then sends one up the inside, and well, Capo had to pretty much take avoiding action there. Almeida completely blindsiding Capo there. It's a really good move, to be fair, in the end, but it's not quite going to work out there. So the Porsche driver does move up into P7. Almeida absolutely fought for everything on the exit of losing the position, but just not quite able to regain it there. But they're just losing a bit of time to the group behind. Fulgencio, again, P18 on the grid, started last, didn't even get a lap time in during qualifying, is currently P9. Having a really good race there in that black and white medium up BMW. Still the lead, though, for Colin Karasani. Would be a maiden victory here. Oh, Jacob Riegel pretty much cutting the whole chicane there. In the DTM race we just had previously, we saw 3 black and white flags, which is a final warning, effectively, and then you'll receive the time penalty. So, yeah, especially around the final few corners in the chicanes, you've got to be ultra careful here. As Uverhaus did have an overlap on Moritz Lohner, but ultimately wasn't able to indeed make that move stick, which is given the opportunity here for Eduard Halper. Across the start-finish line they will go. The Mercedes then will just stick it behind. Will grab a little bit of toe underneath that rear wing. Which way is he going to go? Uverhaus says if you want to make that move, you've got to go round the outside. He goes then for the fake. He's now got the inside line. And on entry, he should get a really good entry. Theo Uverhaus runs wide. Halper then with the overlap. And it's not quite going to work. The over and under, he's tried it twice. It's not worked twice. The third time, though, he's up the inside. He's got the full car alongside into the second chicane. And Eduard Halper finally finding some race form, moves himself then up the order into P4. Theo Uverhaus, though, will absolutely fight back. They've got Henkefend in behind, and I think Halper is really going to be helped out by the fact that Henkefend is going to slow Uverhaus down. In the background, Almeida has still not let Capo go. Capo having to defend for his life there in the Porsche. And the AMGs are giving us some incredible entertainment. What kind of pace have you got, though, Eduard? What kind of pace do you have? Of course, quick enough to go fastest in qualifying, quick enough to start on the front row of the grid, but have you got the pace to go and catch up to that top 3? Maybe get up to 3rd, 2nd. Not sure you're going to quite get into the lead of this race. So heading then towards the end of lap number 7. We're over the halfway point of this race. You blink and you miss it. And as it stands then, it is Colin Karasani leading. It's Jacob Riegel in 2nd. And then we've got Moritz Lohner in 3rd. Moritz Lohner, again, it just seems like it's almost a coming of age weekend. Just seems so relaxed, having a bit of fun. He's almost starting conspiracy theories about other teams in the paddock as well, about how that he believes that certain teams are lying about tyres and stuff, but it's all just him having a load of fun more than anything. So yeah, it's good to see these drivers be so relaxed. A couple of them maybe a bit too relaxed, especially on the race start here. But ultimately, everything's done in good spirits, and if you can back it up with a podium, then it's well worthwhile being relaxed. That's one thing I found in this championship. As much as there's so many young drivers, they're so stressed and so uptight because it's the first time they've really been given a major GT seat for the most part of this championship. So they just don't want to let anyone down, as we see the potential battling here then of Heinemann and Papadopoulos. And Heinemann then bounces over the curb there, nearly goes off into the grass. Well, comes through that second chicane and ultimately just about holds on. Papadopoulos, though, has got a hell of a run here. Makes a bit of a fake. Not quite going to work out. And now they're being caught up here by Jordan Wallace. Again, Jordan Wallace, who I said in qualifying, has come on leaps and bounds compared to what we saw from him in race number or race number 1 and 2. And just looks a different competitor this weekend for sure. And if he shows this kind of improvement week in, week out, you know, by midway part of the season, he's going to be right up the sharp end. And with someone like Ben Green giving him a bit of coaching, someone who's won this championship, knows what it takes to get the best out of this specific car as well. Expect Jordan Wallace to be right in amongst it sooner rather than later. Right, the battle for the podium. Cal Halper, we asked, does he have the pace? Does he have something extra in this race? The answer is absolutely he does. So Moritz Lohner is going to have to defend for his life. He's already done it once with Theo Uverhaus, and Uverhaus went backwards. Can he do the same here for Cal Halper as we look through this final chicane? Great camera shots, as per usual, to be expected now with DTM Trophy and DTM. Moritz Lohner's going to run wide here. Cal Halper, he just can't really send it through this final corner. What you got to do there, just break it a little bit earlier and then get a mega run all the way down in towards turn number 1. And I tell you what, it might be done before then. Look how close the AMG is underneath that rear wing, but the BMW indeed stretching its legs. The Mercedes should be able to outbrake it. The BMW, if it's within 2 car lengths of it, and actually I don't think it's within 2. No, it's not. The BMW strength is its straight line speed. Everybody's been, I say worried, everybody's been saying the BMW's tyres will go off quicker than every other car. The BMW drivers seem to think that's not the case. Right now, it looks like the tyres are going off quicker than everybody else, apart from Colin Karasani. He's now 1.6 seconds ahead of the Aston Martin, but it looks like Theo Uverhaus is dropping backwards. It looks like Henkevend is dropping backwards. It looks like Moritz Lohner is actually dropping backwards here, and it's only a matter of time before we see a Mercedes into that top 3. Very interesting stuff here. We're heading towards the last 10 minutes of this race, and the leader is Colin Karasani. Never won a DTM Trophy race. Only his 3rd race he's competed in, of course. He's never won one. We would have a maiden victor. That looks like Patamba's going pretty slow here. Mikhail Patamba. Was there a bit of smoke there coming from the front right? Looks like that might have been the tyre rubbing through the archway. Yeah, it doesn't look like Patamba's going overly too fast. Hoffman down to P15, so dropped 3 spots since the restart, unfortunately, as well. And we are going to see a replay here, then. Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, well, there you go. That is called over-rotating the car, slamming the brakes on, getting it going. And again, that looks really cool. Unfortunately, it's just not very quick. Cal Halper, are you pushing the limits of the race circuit? Yes. Yes, I am. Wow. Mowing the lawn at the same time as trying to make an overtake. That will be looked at for sure. Some anxious faces in the crowd. Can you guess what team she supports? Answers on a postcard. Oh, that's Folev. Sterian Folev, by the looks of things, is done here. So Folev has dropped down to P16. The battle here for what would be P3 is still happening, but that BMW power is just getting Moritz Lohner out of jail here effectively. He's given up on P2 now. It's 4 seconds adrift of that, and it is all about holding on for 10 minutes here. You can just see struggling to get the car dialed in on the exit. The entry's not the worst thing, it's the exit. He's trying to maximize speed on the exit. He's having to put too much input in the brake pedal through the corner. So yeah, not ideal here at all. So Cal Halper has an opportunity to take a podium here, but has to play the long game. Has to be patient and just wait for the mistake to happen. Again, runs out wide there, trying to make it more of a diamond apex through the hairpin there, but it's just not quick. It's Folev again off the circuit. I'm actually quite surprised that we don't have a safety car for this one. But I guess it's not really in an ultimately dangerous position unless cars are going side by side on the exit of the corner. But I'm just gutted for Folev. Hasn't really gone too well for him so far this season, and I'm sure that his fortunes will indeed change. Definitely, 100%. So just a mere 9 minutes left, and there is a safety car here. So safety car is out on the circuit, and this makes things very interesting indeed. It will not take long for them to get that car off, and I think they probably will be able to push it backwards down that escape road there. So we may have a safety car here for 1, potentially 2 laps, but this is going to completely close the field up. As much as Karasani has got a lovely lead here, his tyres will be hurting, that's for sure. big opportunity here for Regal. Massive opportunity for Halper as well. So things are getting very spicy here indeed. So the lead is Karasani, Regal second, Lona is in third, Halper fourth. We've then got Uverhaus in fifth position, Henkefend, Capo, Almeida, Fulgencio, and Papadopoulos could be looking at scoring his first ever points in the DTM Trophy as well. So where are we all watching from around the world then, ladies and gentlemen? Again, I am looking at the YouTube chat right now, so let me know where you are watching by posting your flag emoji in the chat. If you are watching on television around the world, welcome. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. You can always send me a message on Twitter at @ActrollVision, ACTROLL Vision, all one word, or indeed on Instagram as well. I am keeping an eye on the social media as well, and if there's any questions that would, of course, help people who are watching, I'm happy to indeed answer. So this is going to be a super interesting restart. Already, Folev is indeed off the escape road here. So, we should be... Well, there it is. There's a confirmation. We have got ourselves 7 minutes left here. A 7-minute sprint at the end of this race. Safety cars are becoming very fashionable with the DTM Trophy. We saw those fans earlier on with their heads in their hands. This is now all about holding your breath. It's hold your breath time. Roberto Castro watching from Canada. Luxembourg as well. X-Wolf watching from America. Lots of Germans, of course, watching. Oh, and Ricky Capo. Oh, one of the favourites in the chat. The fan favourite for sure. He's got the car going again. And it's just gone from bad to worse for the Kuss team, Bernard team. He's going to drop right to the back of the order here. He wants to try and catch up before they go green. I think he probably will, just about, but he's going to be absolutely gutted. Great to see Greek flags there. Philippines as well. Got Trinidad and Tobago, India, Portugal, Netherlands, Australia. Again, welcome to all of you. Lots of South Africans as well. Welcome to you all. 5 minutes, 50 seconds left to go here then for the DTM Trophy. Race 1 of the weekend. And, well, it's a bit of a depleted field by now. There's 18 cars supposed to be racing. It's Karasani, though, who will take us away. Jacob Regal in that Aston Martin is in second. Look how close Lona is. Lona does not want to miss a beat here. We are green light racing. Yes, we are. We are green light racing. And they are side by side. Oh, it's a brilliant start from Regal this time. He's got the overlap. He will have to go the long way round here. And the Aston Martin is unbelievable under braking. Can he potentially sweep around the outside at one? He's going to be squeezed off. He's not. Karasani was just incredible under braking. Regal makes a mistake on the exit here as well. And while Morris Lona not able to take full advantage. Did Uverhaus get Halper? No, he did not. So there's not been really many changes to the order. Papadopoulos and Tim Heinemann, they're battling for that final points paying position as well. Fastest lap in this race is Karasani. That's worth 1 point as well. Regal just sending the nose up the inside. Karasani bites. He does. He runs wide. Halper is indeed battling with Theo Uverhaus. And, well, that is, nearly job done for Uverhaus, but ultimately loses a load of time. He's now under pressure here from Almeida and Henkefend as well. And, wow, Halper looking to go and challenge Moritz Lona once again. Tim Heinemann has just dropped backwards again here. Oh, no, he's P10. He's good. So, yeah, Tim Heinemann is P10. He's ahead of Papadopoulos. Oh, no, Papadopoulos is now got ahead of him. So many changes of position just around the top 10 here. Fantastic stuff. Pitamba, could he potentially get his first points in the DTM Trophy? The flash of the lights there from JP Southern, already finished on the podium once this season. Can he do it once again? Through that final chicane they come. And as you can see, everybody taking the same line through there. There were some orange cones on either side of the corner, but ultimately they've been taken out today. As Papadopoulos makes a lovely move there on JP Southern, gets a great run out that final chicane, and then takes full advantage down in towards Ravazza then. 2 corners here before we head on to the start finish straight. 3 minutes 50 seconds to go. 3 laps remaining of this race, as we have not had any extension to the race added to our time, so it looks like we're all good. Henkefend's just dropped off the circuit there as well and lost so much momentum. Almeida should be picking up a freebie here. They are side by side as they come down the start-finish race. 3 wide here because Fulgencio is absolutely going to go around the outside. It's a double move then from the Spaniard, the number 12. And is he going to make it stick onto the AstroTurf? And oh no, off to build some sandcastles. And wow, it looked incredible. The end product, unfortunately, wasn't good enough. And Papadopoulos, who's just been picking up freebie after freebie after freebie, is now looking to pick up another freebie up the inside. He's got the taste for a move. And he actually decides to back out there as we get a lovely pan shot over the beautiful circuit of Imola. Cal Halper now closing up to the back of Moritz Lohner. Lohner trying his level best to get onto the podium. He's had too much curb there. You saw the rear of the car snaking on exit. I don't think Cal Halper's close enough to take full advantage. Realistically, there's not an opportunity to make a move down in towards Aqua Minerale, but it's 3 laps to go. If you can send it, you can send it. Down the hill, he will come. And is there the opportunity to maybe find an overlap up the inside? Not quite going to be able to. So hard to break late there as well on the curbing, as Moritz Lohner again is very slow on the exit, but covers off the advancements then of the AMG. The front two are loving this because it means they can just drive away here. They do not have to be worried about losing the potential P2. They will, I reckon, battle for the lead of this race. Moritz Lohner's tyres are absolutely done here. Theo Overhaus has ended up in San Marino with that little move there on the outside of the final chicane. He was off so far there. And again, it's a BMW. The tyres really are starting to struggle. Cal Halper, though, cannot make the move. Missed apex there from Lohner as well. It's just such a rare sight to see. And as we come down the start-finish straight here, it's all about the straight-line speed of the BMW, getting him out of jail once again. Cal Halper, you can be as close as you like, but unfortunately, just lack the poke to get the move done. Down in towards turn number 1 we will come. And for my money here, we have got 2 laps, potentially 3. So we'll wait to see what happens on our screens as well. But what a phenomenal race we have had. Hopefully you've enjoyed this at home. I have certainly enjoyed it here. Again, you can just see Moritz Lohner sliding through every corner at this stage. The tyres are just going to be in a worse and worse and worse state as Cal Halper does send one and sends Moritz Lohner completely offline, showing lots of respect to each other here for sure. As we pan then to P2, Cal Halper then is getting, well, completely closed off there. Moritz Lohner's like, absolutely not. You are nowhere near coming up the inside there. And Theo Overhaus is like, thank you very much. I will take this invite. I will accept this invite, and I will drink all the beer you're offering at this party. 3-way battle, and actually, Theo Overhaus has gained a position. So he got involved there, and he's absolutely stolen one from Cal Halper because of Moritz Lohner's defending in that red BMW. Can Theo Overhaus go and get a podium now? Take full advantage here of all of these cars struggling for grip. Can he go out there and get that podium? The lead, though, is Karasani. 40 seconds left on our clock in the number 47. Regal is in second, then in the Speed Monkeys, Aston Martin. And then we've got Moritz Lohner, everybody's favourite sim racer, currently in 3rd position. There are sim racers all around the world, definitely not outside, because they don't go outside. They're inside watching right now. They're super excited to see their boy come across the line. But there's one driver that does not want that to happen. It's the youngest ever winner in the DTM Trophy, Theo Overhaus. Cal Halper, well, he just nearly slipped off the track there as well. He's got his teammate in Almeida behind him, which should be a little bit of an insurance, really. He's not going to get dived anywhere sillily, but who knows? Who knows? Well, I tell you what, Almeida, well, he's off to Narnia there. He manages just to get back on track before he hits the pit wall, and that's great news for Cal Halper. As we cross the line, there's still Karasani in the lead. He is in the lead by 1.1 seconds. Absolutely golden. And I'm not sure this is the final lap of the race. So here's the move from Theo Overhaus. So Moritz Lohner basically just holds Cal Halper up. Cal Halper's trying to make a move up the inside, gets blocked off, and then Theo Overhaus is like, wow, I've got great straight line speed, especially up a hill against the Mercedes. I'll just tuck in behind Moritz Lohner, pick up a free position, and maybe, just maybe, I'll battle for a podium. But Cal Halper's got different ideas because he's still absolutely going for it. And we do have an extension. We have an extension in this race because of the safety cars. There are 3 laps to go. Oh, it's like birthday and Christmas rolled into one here. And not, even the cameraman is all over the place. There's so much excitement going on. Up the hill we will come then up towards Piratella. There's a massive dent on the front of Overhaus's car as well. It's definitely been getting involved with some shenanigans, let's say, as we come down towards Aqua Minerale. As much as I've been going on about the BMWs and their tyre wear, Karasani, wow, he's been nursing those tyres wonderfully well. It's almost like he's been given a fresh set every lap. Incredible performance from the Dutchman. Oh, there's a mistake there from Overhaus as well. And Cal Halper has got to try and take full advantage up towards the final chicane. We indeed will come. Down towards Ravazza, there'll be 2 laps to go once they next cross the line. A bit of a mistake from Uverhaus. And it's just basically every chicane, he's running wide on the exit. Uverhaus is just defending that inside line. And ultimately, he knows if he can get out of the final corner, doesn't matter whether it's a bad exit or a good exit, he's more than likely by turn 1 still going to be ahead just because the BMW is so good in a straight line. But you can just see at this point in the race, it's an absolute dog through the corners, whereas the AMGs, well, they are just absolutely sailing through the corners. So through the start-finish line, we will indeed come. Karasani gained 0.3 of a second that lap, an incredible lap once again. Pressure, what pressure? Moritz Lohn has been gifted a bit of a lead from these 2 as well, battling for that podium. Regal in a race of his own right now, P2. I think if you offered that to him at the start of the day, he probably would have taken it, in all fairness, because that's something he can absolutely build on moving forward. As we come down the hill once again, Theo Uverhaus is under some severe pressure through the second chicane. They will come out. Are they going to be side by side? They are, but the nose gets completely cut off there by Uverhaus. He's going to run wide here, though. And as you can see, Cal Halper will have the outside line. Almeida in the number 19 trying to get involved as well. They are attacking his teammates, but Uverhaus, he is 17 years old, ladies and gentlemen, and he is defending like a 27-year-old, leaning on every ounce of experience he has got. It's not for a podium, but it's for a very solid P4. And the way the championship's going, that might even give him second in the championship. So he could potentially go to second in the championship here, or it might be Karasani. But I think they'll both be in the top 3 with this result. So he just needs to hold on to that top 4 as Tim Heinemann is into the pits then. So Tim Heinemann is not going to score points here. Winner from race 1, winner from race 2 in this championship. 0 points scored in day 1 at Imola. And wow, what does tomorrow hold? Oh, big slide there from Almeida. So Almeida really pushing the car here as we head then towards our final lap of the race. Oh, this has been a phenomenal, phenomenal race. We've had a couple of restarts here, but there's been some really standout performances. No more so than Colin Karasani. If you're on YouTube right now, let me know who your driver of the day is, please. We do like an unofficial driver of the day on YouTube. We do it every single time. But yeah, give me your driver of the day. Last lap, Karasani leads. It is Jacob Riegel in second, Moritz Lohn third. Uverhaus then is in 4th position. Cal Halper and Almeida are in 5th and 6th. Cal Halper will definitely be ruining his race starts, if you like, because he started pole position. He absolutely would have been nailed on to get a podium in most people's eyes, and it's just not worked out. And that car seems pretty good in terms of a longer run, but having 2 restarts has really hurt them, I would say. We've then got Henkefend in 7th position. We've got Fulgencio, who is my driver of the day, 100%. P18 on the grid, wasn't even able to get a lap time in due to issues with the car, and he's managed to go up from P18 to P8 in this race, the Spaniard. Papadopoulos, P9, will be his first ever point-scoring race in the DTM Trophy as well, so incredible action from him, and he really got stuck in. He didn't care who Tim Heinemann was. He's heard the name, he knows that Tim Heinemann is a champion and a multiple race winner. He does not care. He was battling and grabbing points. We've then got JP Southern, who's going to get P10. Jordan Wallace, 1 position away, half a second away from getting his first points. And yes, his trip towards the top, again, it might take a few weeks, but it's happening, that's for sure. Pitamba then P12, and then Hoffman is going to finish in P13 as it stands. But the day belongs to the young Dutchman, Colin Karasani, heading down towards that final couple of corners. It's been an exceptional performance, a fantastic performance, a coming-of-age performance. And well, it's going to be a maiden victory here for Colin Karasani in a DTM Trophy for Project One Motorsport. Fantastic drive from the number 47, and he will be absolutely over the moon. Superb stuff then. In second spot, it will be Jacob Riegel for the Speed Monkeys team. And yeah, they will absolutely be chuffed with that. And Moritz Lohn, it seems like he's been defending for the last 4 hours. He will take the checker flag, and he will get that podium position. Theo Uverhaus, he tried to get a podium, but ultimately ended up defending from everyone and their brother, and he got a P4, and I think that's going to be enough for him to be in the top 3 in the championship. We then got Eduard Cal Halper, and we have got Rodrigo Almeida, both for BWT Muka Motorsport. I think Almeida's had a good race. P9 on the grid, gained 3 spots. You can't be too disgruntled with that. But I think Cal Halper from pole position, I think he absolutely will be ruining being in P5. I think he's got a lot of potential though, and we're absolutely going to see him battling for race wins over the course of this season. But if you look at the result as a whole here, ladies and gentlemen, it's a completely different outcome to what we saw in the first 2 rounds. I've been telling you that this grid here specifically is the closest from fastest to slowest on the grid we have ever had. We have got a special championship on our hands, and I am super, super excited to be able to bring it to you. Just behind Almeida there's Henkefend, Fulgencio, and actually here are the official standings then. Our winner is Colin Karasani for Project 1, and we've then got Jacob Regal in second for Speed Monkeys, Moritz Lohner and Theo Uverhaus for FK Performance Motorsport and Vulcan Horse Motorsport respectively are in third. And in the fourth, Eduard Kauhalp is in 5th position for BWT Muka Motorsport. His teammate then in Rodrigo Almeida finishes in 6th position. Then we've got Henkefend for Project 1, FK Performance Motorsport, Der Fulgencio in 8th, Papadopoulos for Selsla Racing Team SRT, and then we've got Eastside Motorsports JP Southern in 10th position. Jordan Wallace in 11th, Pitamba is in 12th, and then Sophie Hoffman classified as 13th position. Here are the championship standings then after that race, and Tim Heinemann is in the lead with 57 points. We've then got, I don't think that's right actually, I think that's actually where we were before this race began. But here are the celebrations. Lots of excitement. Everybody's excited here. This is great. Look at the smiles on faces. Doesn't matter how hot it is, everyone's willing to celebrate, for sure.
Mate, you say it in your Discord. My tires were dead. What? My tires were dead.
Hey, fuck yeah, you drive it like a
Oh,
master.
the karma needs to be away. What you say?
Like a master.
So I'll just leave you here with the podium ceremony, and then we should be able to get the championship standings after they've done, as Ollie Sittler would say, champagne!
We are ready, siamo pronti per la cerimonia di premiazione per chiamare i protagonisti. Con noi a consegnare i trofei ci sarà il grande Timo Glock, alfiere BMW in DTM e nel tricolore GT. Allora cominciamo con ordine, mentre si dissetano dopo la grande prova le stelle del DTM Trophy. Cominciamo con il terzo posto dalla Germania. Un grande applauso per Moritz Lohner che guadagna il bronzo in questa gara. La seconda posizione, il momento di accogliere il mattatore di Aston Martin dalla Germania, fortissimo Jakob Riegel. Sul podio un successo BMW ed è il Team Project 1 che si accomoda sul podio per ricevere poi il trofeo. ed è l'olandese che conquista la vittoria, Colin Karasani, che conquista il successo dall'Olanda con la sua BMW, ed è il momento di ascoltare l'inno nazionale olandese. Invitiamo con noi al podio a consegnare i trofei ovviamente Timo Glock, former driver BMW, mattatore in DTM. Timo Glock è pronto con il trofeo di bronzo che spetta al terzo classificato, l'asso tedesco di BMW, Moritz Höhner. Trofeo d'argento ovviamente. Il saluto a tutti i protagonisti. Timo Glock rimane con noi, trofeo d'argento sempre Timo per il secondo classificato dalla Germania, Jakob Riegel, alfiere di Aston Martin in questa grande avventura del DTM Trophy. E ora è il momento di incensare la squadra. Conquista la vittoria come team il team Project One, winning team, squadra BMW. E ora è il momento del trofeo d'oro che testimonia la vittoria, il successo ambito e conquistato dal giovane talento olandese Colin Karasani. So guys, please can you take place on the main step, the first one of the podium with the trophy. No, before the pictures. First of all the pictures, all together on the main step, also the team manager. You can move over there with your trophies, please. Okay, can you show for the cameraman here? And only after this moment, you can just take your bottles and champagne!
Best part of the day, bit of champagne. You love to see it. Lots of happy faces there, of course, as you would expect. And well, that was pretty good, ladies and gentlemen, not going to lie. How about we do it all again tomorrow? So if you have been watching today, it's literally the exact same time, exact same place tomorrow. We've got qualifying in the morning, and we will indeed have race 2 in the afternoon. So plenty of action coming your way. Super, super exciting stuff. Will Colin Karasani be able to make it 2 wins from 2 during this DTM Trophy weekend? Looking forward to seeing how Speed Monkeys will post on their social media with that second place as well, because they are pretty good at their social media. Big respect as we have a look over the city of Imola. Beautiful place. It's a very strange place, to be fair. Whereas you've got the city on one side of the track, and then it's like farmland on the other side. So it's like in the middle of nowhere, but slash in the middle of a city. It's a beautiful place.